And and Okay. I think so we are not stuck anymore. Can you guys hear me? Okay. I, I think so you can hear me. I'm so sorry. I thought I had the perfect, setup, and I spoiled it as usual. Brilliant, you can hear me. I'm so happy. I'm going to do a test of the audio for the video that I want to play today. So just let me know if that also works for you. I'm so sorry, guys. This is like, I don't do this all the time. Chesh is the one who does the production all the time. So I always fall flat on my face when I'm doing these streams. All right, let's see if you guys can just hear this one, yeah? Um,
So the first thing I'd like
what happened here? Come on, work. Whoops. Really? This is so
to say
embarrassing.
is that it's ridiculously exciting to be here.
You're most welcome to be here.
This is quite the
Okay, could you guys hear that? All right, brilliant. Beautiful. I love it. I love you guys. Thank you. Oh, hi, RNGD Gaming. Thank you for becoming a member. Iron Goblin, I really appreciate it. So Chesh, we know like that Chesh is away for some time. She has some stuff to take care of, and then she also is going to go on a holiday after that. So yeah, so it's me in the meanwhile trying to keep the stuff going, rolling. So here we are today. So it's a messy here Saturday. It's a Saturday. Please, guys, have some mercy on me. Have some yeah, give me some rope if I get stuff wrong. Um, uh, ooh, Mane, I just dropped Elon's daughter's interview on the server for you. Oh, that's brilliant. Let me see if I can access that. I don't know if I can. Um, uh, which channel did you put it on, man? If you let me know the channel, I'll pick it up from there. And see if we can play that. The plan was today to cover Jordan Peterson and Elon's interview today as much as we could because it's almost 2 hours. I don't know why it's that long. What would you have possibly to talk, you know, between Jordan and Elon Musk? I have no idea. So we will see. Um, in time, independent news from the live chat. Oh, I see. You never drop anything in my Discord. So yeah, just let me know what channel it is. Politics and education, did you say? Okay. Or educational political. It's the same thing, isn't it? Um, let me see. Ah, okay, Elon Musk's daughter in first interview says I think that she said something on the lines of, if I'm not wrong, he needs to touch the fucking grass. I think that's what she said. It's also on your Discord, the LGBT discussion channel in time lol. Oh, so he did drop it for you. Dude, come on. Come on, have some faith. Um, so yeah, how long is it? That's the question, isn't it? Um, Let me see. How long is it? Or is it just an article, is it? That's what it is? Ah, okay. Um, we could actually read that if we wanted to. Start with that and then take it from there if that's okay by you guys. What do you think? It's just an article. So we know that Elon Musk said some disparaging things about his daughter. They transitioned. They were born male and they transitioned. Now they're a female, and we will respect that. And yeah, so we could read that interview. We could read that article first and then go to the interview. Yeah, cool. Let me see now if I can do this correctly. Oh boy. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Um, Window capture. Uh, okay. Eh, that worked in this. Whoa. Oh, wow. It worked. Okay, let me just see if I can adjust this for you guys. Here we go. This is beautiful. Just let me know if you can see this properly. Like if the text is big enough for you. Let me see if I can just get it here so I can put it behind and get it. Actually, no, it's not working. Yeah, I think so. This is better. I Can you guys see that? Kira, unfortunately, she doesn't look like her dad. Not all children, you know, look. Yeah, there some children do share some features with their parents. It's not always. So, give me a sec, guys. It's a messy here Saturday here. Sorry. Yeah. I've been extra busy this week because my site wasn't shut down for 2 months. We do that every year, and now we are going to be up and running next week. So everyone's wrapping everything up, trying to make sure that everything's fine. So here we are. Um, Alrighty, so this article is on NBC News, and it was published on July 26, 2024, 11:30 a.m. Now, please, 11:30 a.m. GMT plus 12 hours. So this is from my time zone. I'm in New Zealand, so just giving you a heads up. And it says the headline is Elon Musk's transgender daughter in first interview says he berated her for being queer as a child. In an exclusive interview, Vivian Jenna Wilson said her father's recent statements, including that she is not a girl, inspired her to speak out. I'm not just gonna let that slide. That's that's actually very, very courageous of her because Elon Musk has a lot of equity and, behind him that he can mobilize if he wants to. And by the sounds of it, the way, you know, he came across in his interview with Jordan Peterson, it sounds like he won't hesitate to do that if he wants to against his own child. Um, that's why, Kira, that's why I said fortunate. Yeah. Okay, yeah, you could say that. So, Musk's daughter told NBC News that Musk wasn't tricked into allowing her to receive trans-related medical treatment. Quote unquote tricked. So, I guess that's what Elon claimed in his interview. We will try and verify that today. That interview is 2 hours long, so I don't know how far we will go. Yeah, I'll try and do as much as I can. And maybe we can continue with the rest when Chesh comes back. So this one is by David Ingram, and it goes Viviana Jenna Wilson, the transgender daughter of Elon Musk, said Thursday in a first interview that he was an absent father who was cruel to her as a child for being queer and feminine. Am I surprised to read that? No, I'm not. Wilson, 20, okay, so they are an adult. They're not a minor, they're an adult. In an exclusive interview with NBC News, responded to comments Musk made on Monday about her and her transgender identity. On social media and in an interview posted online, Musk said she was quote unquote not a girl and was figuratively quote unquote dead. And he alleged that he had been quote unquote tricked into authorizing trans related medical treatment for her when she was 16. I don't know if he elaborates how it was done. Would would like to know that. Wilson said that Musk hadn't been tricked and that after initially having hesitated, he knew that what he was doing when he agreed to her treatment, which required consent from her parents. I would think like yeah, since 16 is minor in a lot of states in America, you would need your parents' permission to go through uh, the conversion or transition. Sorry, not conversion. Um, Musk's recent statements crossed a line, she said. I think he was under the assumption that I wasn't going to say anything and I would just let this go unchallenged. Wilson said in a phone interview, which I'm not going to do because if you're going to lie about me, like blatantly to an audience of millions, I'm not just gonna let that slide. That's actually a good point. You're defaming someone, especially someone who's a private individual. You're defaming someone, them publicly on public platforms. Where have we seen that before? And trying to bully them into silence. Yeah, we have seen that before. Shh, Sharla. And also, if I'm not wrong, Amber Heard also tried to do that. Um, Continuing, Wilson said that for as long as she could remember, Musk hasn't been a supportive father. She said he was rarely present in her life, leaving her and her siblings to be cared for by their mother or by nannies, even though Musk had joint custody, and she said Musk berated her when he was present. Yeah, he was hanging out with Amber Heard, so, you know. He was cold, she said. He's very quick to anger. He's uncaring and narcissistic. Holy moly. Wow. Well, he does behave like a petulant child on Twitter, so we know that. Someone who spent $44 billion or 40 billion, around $40 billion on Twitter, yeah, then they don't have much impulse control, I would say. Um, So Wilson said that when she was a child, Musk would harass her for exhibiting feminine traits and pressure her to appear more masculine, including by pushing her to deepen her voice as early as elementary school. Holy shit, who does that to their child? What? Like, huh? Nani? Baba Lee from the live chat. What? A scam? I downloaded it for free. Um, yeah, that's really messed up. Like, why would you do that? I think so. Children in elementary, like, you don't start like differentiating between the voices of male and female even after a like quite some time into puberty. Also, if I'm not wrong. So why like this is what it is, right? Someone's ignorant, even though they can have all they have access to all the resources in the world to erase that ignorance or inform that ignorance. So this is what Elon Musk is, isn't it? Um, Musk didn't respond to a request for comment. Yeah, I wonder why. You very talkative before that, and suddenly your kid comes out and you're like, zip. Maybe because your lawyers told you to like shut the fuck up because she may have the grounds to sue you for defamation. I don't know. So, uh, eyes rolled. Yeah. Um, Wilson and a twin brother, oh wow, interesting, were born to Musk's first wife, author Justine Musk. The couple divorced in 2008, and Wilson said her parents shared custody between their homes in Los Angeles areas. Musk, 53, is among. He's 53? I thought he was older. Okay. Musk, 53, is among the wealthiest people in the world through his stakes in Tesla, where he is CEO, and in SpaceX, which he founded. He has also become a significant political figure, having endorsed former President Donald Trump this month for another term in White House. Musk has 12 children, including Wilson. What the fuck? 12 children, dude. Snip it. I'm not stopping you from like having fun, but snip it. Seriously. Now, a college student studying languages, Wilson has never granted an interview before and has largely stayed out of public view. She did, however, attract attention in 2022 when she sought court approval in California to change her name and, in process, denounced her father. Wow. This is one of your first children, and they denounce you publicly in court of law. Holy moly. Um, Now a college student. Yeah, okay, that's done. I no longer live with or wish to be related to my biological father in any way, shape, or form, she said in the court filing. So this is what it is, isn't it? Like, so your kid has said, leave me alone. I don't want to be associated with you. And you decide to drag them in to your controversies and your views publicly and weaponize them for your own means to get more attention. Leave your kid alone. Don't use your kid as a weapon to like you know promote your propaganda. That's shameful, dude. Yeah, you shut up now, but you know you didn't do that before. Seriously. Okay, that's not working. My bad. All right. So um she told NBC News that at the time she was surprised by the media attention to the court filing, which she submitted when she was 18. She said in the interview that she stands by what she wrote, though she said she might have tried to be more eloquent had she known the coverage it would get. You're 18, you're just figuring out the world at that time. I think so by even by 25, 26 years of age, you're just figuring out how everything works in life. So, yeah, that's fine. Doesn't matter if it's eloquent or not. If it hits home the point, it's fine, right? Um, Wilson said that she hadn't spoken to Musk in about 4 years and that she refuses to be defined by him. I would like to emphasize one thing. I'm an adult. I'm 20 years old. I'm not a child, she said. My life should be defined by my own choices. Correct. Which one of which includes that they want to remain a private citizen. And Elon Musk shouldn't drag them into public view like this. They might, they might have some really, really, what do you say? They might really have like people like in the community who are against transgender youth target your child. Why would you do that to your child? Musk threw a spotlight on Wilson on Monday by speaking about their relationship in a video interview with psychologist and conservative commentator Jordan Peterson streamed live on X, saying he didn't support Wilson's gender identity. That's shameful. But my question is, another question is, does Jordan Peterson have his license? I thought he lost his license. Cotton Slinker. I randomly remember that somehow Elon Musk found my Facebook page and tried to get me to contact him. I think he was trying to hire me or something. Huh? Nani? Former psychologist. That's not what it says. It says interview with psychologist and conservative commentator. Like, yeah, it would be former, isn't it? He doesn't have his license anymore. He's not practicing anymore. Huh? NBC News, get yeah, fact check your stuff, man. I lost my son, essentially, Musk said. He used Wilson's birth name, also known as a dead name for transgender people, and said she was dead, killed by the woke mind virus. Holy God, mother. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. There are some people who really believe, that when members of their family transition or come out as transgender, that they have been affected by the woke mind virus. They actually believe that. I refuse to believe that Elon believes that. I think so he's just weaponizing it to bring more attention to him and trying to gain notoriety through that and some sort of gain through that. That's my opinion. I don't think so he believes in the woke mind virus and all that shit. I think so. He's just doing it purely from um, profits point of view. He wants to profit, make a profit on it. He wants to utilize it to make profits. So yeah, that's my opinion. I could be wrong that he really believes it, but it's sad. Like you are supposed to be a learned individual. You are head of such high tech companies where everything is according to research, right, and verifying research or verified research, but you yourself are so woefully ignorant and refuse to educate yourself. Baba Ali from the live chat, quote unquote, how could you do this to me moment. Yeah, yeah. Karen Slinker, I never responded because he's like, what, 53 and I'm, huh? Really? Oh, yeah. Someone's someone's going to bed. All right. Good night. Good night. Have sweet dreams. So here we go. And in a post on X, Musk said Monday that Wilson was born gay and slightly autistic, quote unquote, and that at age 4 she fit certain gay stereotypes, such as loving musicals and using the exclamation fabulous, fabulous, darling, fabulous. Is that everybody uses it, man? Um, Wilson told NBC News that the anecdotes aren't true, though she said she did act stereotypically feminine in other ways as a child. So this is what it is, right? When people are ignorant, they try to come to terms with their child, their personality, or their identity in various ways. And this is how Musk was trying to come to terms. Let's say born gay and slightly autistic. Like, dude, you need to educate yourself more than that, and it's shameful that you don't. And what you're doing here is you're targeting the gay community in this process, the autistic community in this process, and then of course the transgender community. And what's this thing about like loving musical and use the exclamation like quote unquote fabulous musicals? Have you seen like there are like male actors also in musicals, male dancers, singers? What is this about, loving musicals? What? So you're telling me producers who like produce these musicals, they can be males, right? So they are gay? Can you guys hear me? I don't know why my headset decided to give up on me. I'm just asking for confirmation. Kevin Slinker, I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Don't worry about it, dude. Um, okay, you hear me. Okay, great. Yeah, I don't know why it just switched off and it lets me know when it's switching off. Power off, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, huh? I'm still talking, dude. What? Okay, cool. I'm continuing. So where were we? Wilson also. This is also another thing, right? This was the same hill that the thing that John Hamill was doing, right? He was denying. He was saying that if his child came to him, he would deny. And they would not recognize their child's identity they recognize themselves as with. This is the same thing, and it's sad. It's so sad. And in that case also, John Hamill dragged his kids in. We didn't bring his kids up. He brought them up in an article, and we addressed that article. And somehow we were to blame for it. Same script, exactly the same script. Um, Kadan Slinker from the live chat. I have autism, though I'm on the higher functioning end of the spectrum. Okay, yeah. Um, yeah, I need to educate myself more around that. I'm not that educated around like yeah, but I do know that autism does exist. I know that there are autistic people and I recognize that. But like how it works, that's what my thing is. I need to educate myself more on that. How, how people manage it, yada yada yada. So, here we go. Wilson also addressed Musk's recent comments in a series of posts Thursday on the social media app Threads. He doesn't know what I was like as a child because he quite simply wasn't there, she wrote. And in the little time that I was relentlessly harassed for my femininity and queerness. Holy moly. That's sad, man. So, yeah, how would you know, Musk, that she loved like musicals and stuff? Sorry. Um, I have been reduced to a happy little stereotype, she continued. I think that says a lot about how he views queer people and children in general. Yeah, like putting people in boxes, especially based on based on the gender or biological gender. That's really sad. And use them as tokens to like beat down on other people. And if you fit in that box, then also it's a problem. If you don't fit in that box, then also it's a problem, right? So like, why do you have a box anyways? Just fucking smash the box, man. Um, so, in recent years, Musk has taken a hard right turn into conservative politics and has been waging a campaign against transgender people and policies designed to support them. This month, he said he was pulling his business out of California to protest a new state law that bars schools from requiring that trans kids be outed to their parents. So, Elon doesn't care that some parents might disown their children or treat them bad or even abuse them if they find out that their children are trans. So that's not his focus, and he's pulling his business out of California. I am like, okay, so how much money are you going to spend on that? The finances, right? And you'll be paying some residual taxes also before you leave California. And where are you going to go? Which state do you want to go? You know, usually businesses try to stay near the brains, where they can get the brains from, right? Yeah, where are you gonna go? Texas, okay. Texas? Oh boy, here we go. Um, on X, Musk has for years criticized transgender rights, including medical treatments for trans identifying minors and the use of pronouns if they are different from what would be used at birth. He has promoted anti trans content and called for arresting people who provide trans care to minors. Exactly the same as abortion providers, isn't it? Trying to criminalize abortion. It's all about controlling people's bodies. I don't know why is everyone so obsessed with, you know, um, controlling people's bodies. I don't get it. I don't get it. Like zombies, brains, right? Um, After Musk bought X, then known as Twitter, in 2022, he rolled back the app's protections for trans people, including a ban on using dead names. If I'm not wrong, there was someone who leaked the API. There was a screenshot of the API of the Twitter where it showed that um, the right-wing accounts, even the ultra ones, were protected. Actually protected instead of like shutting them down. And that account suddenly vanished, and then someone who was able to pick up that tweet and spread it, there's there's a disclaimer to it and saying that this might be misinformation. Might be. It's a new type of tag on it, actually. Learner Juvits from the live chat, because they can't control their own passage of time into the grave, so they will control others to make them just as miserable. I, I don't know if it's about. Yeah, it could be that. I think so. There's more also. Um, Musk told Peterson, uh, including a ban on using dead names. Holy moly. Wow. Um, Musk told Peterson that Wilson's gender transition has been the motivation for his push into conservative politics. Wow. Way to blame your kid, eh? For your choices. Really. It's funny like they're using the person's surname. Maybe that's what they got the permission for. But, like, again, dragging your kid and weaponizing your kid. Wow. Um, and blaming your kid for your choices. Wow. And all your decisions. Wow, what a weak man, seriously, right? Such a weak man. Um, Wilson also Wilson was also mentioned in a biography of Musk by author Walter Isaacson, a book that she told NBC News was inaccurate and unfair to her. The book refers to her politics as radical, quote unquote, radical Marxism, quoting Musk's sister in law, Christiana Musk. But Wilson said she's not a Marxist, though she said she does oppose wealth inequality. The book also calls her by her middle name, Jenna. So again, this is what I've seen like the right wing do when you're saying, "Oh yeah, you're left, right?" Or and you want to work on the massive or the large wealth inequality that's there present. For some reason, you are quoted a Marxist because Marxist is not that. What is the Marxist? You know, hold on, let's see. Right, the political and economical theory of Karl Marx and Friedrich developed by. Okay, what? Okay, here we go. Marxism is an economic and political theory that examines the flaws inherent in capitalism. It's primarily based on the work of. Okay, what was the main idea? Uneven distribution of wealth and privileges in the society. Okay, there must be more. What are the five principles of Marxism? Hold on. Oh yeah, low energy videos. They also need to force people to see they're right on topics. Have you ever seen right-wing parents trying to save their quote unquote trying to save their queer or left-leaning kids? It's frantic AF. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay. I got it. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, we'll come to that later. Yeah, if the kid is saying that they're not Marxist, then they must have like they can, you know, pick one principle from Marxism and say, okay, this is what my problem is or worry is. But that doesn't mean that they are Marxist. I don't know. Some people might say just because they picked up one principle that makes them fall under the umbrella. I many ways. But if someone's denying that and you still, put them as Marxist and even like not even Marxist, radical Marxist, that's unfair in my opinion. Wilson said Isaacson never reached out to her directly ahead of publication. Here we go. Surprise, surprise. In a phone interview Thursday, Isaacson said he had reached out to Wilson through family members. Really? Really, dude? Family members? Uh huh. Christiana Musk didn't immediately respond to requests for comment Thursday. Wilson told NBC News that for years she had considered speaking out about Musk's behavior as a parent and as a person, but that she could no longer remain silent after his comments Monday. She said that she had never received an explanation for why her father spent so little time with her and her siblings. He was busy with Amber Heard kid. Um, Behavior that she now views as strange. He was there, I want to say maybe 10% of the time. That's generous, she said. He had half custody and he fully was not there. Why do you have your kids half custody if you're not going to spend time with your kid and not contribute to their life? Just for the sake of control? Ah, yeah, okay, cool. Wilson said she came out twice in life, once as gay in 8th grade and a second time as transgender when she was 16. She said that she doesn't recall Musk's response the first time and that she wasn't present when Musk heard from others that she was transgender. Because by then the pandemic had started and she was living full time with her mother. So no wonder he said that he didn't know about it or he was quote unquote tricked into it. You weren't there, dude. It's not the kid's fault. It's your fault. Here we go. It was just a fact of life at the time, so I don't think I realized just how abnormal of an experience it was, she added. Wilson said that she came out twice in life. Okay, that's done. Sorry, my bad. She is very supportive and I love her a lot, Wilson said of her mom. The pandemic was a chance to escape Musk's cruelty, she said. When COVID hit, I was like, I'm not going over there. She said, it was basically very lucky timing. Fair, yeah. Musk told Peterson in the interview that he had been tricked, quote unquote, into signing documents authorizing transgender related medical treatment for Wilson, an allegation. Wilson said it isn't true. Dude, if you didn't like read the documents through before signing them. One, that's your choice. You made that choice. And it's like it's again, it's the same thing, right? It's this carelessness with going through things. The same thing he did with Twitter when he bought Twitter, right? Same thing when he's signing something. And I refuse to believe that he didn't read through it and he didn't know what was happening. I refuse to believe that. Uh, I was I was essentially tricked into signing documents for one of my older boys, Musk said, using her birth name. Holy shit. This was before I'd really any understanding of what was going on, and we had COVID going on, he said, adding that he was told she might commit suicide. Holy shit. He even brought that up about his kid? Wow. Wow. What a great dad, isn't it? Wow. So you didn't really understand what was going on. I wonder why. Because you were there like only 10% of the time, and then around COVID you just like couldn't be in contact with your kid at all. So maybe that's why you didn't have enough understanding of what was going on. There's no one else is to blame but you, Elon. You're trying to say that as if like it's other people's fault. Just saying. Um, and also like that's very shameful to bring out, this personal, such intimate personal piece of information about your child. And yes, it happens. Transgender youth, they are so dejected that they do feel suicidal. Not all of them. Yes, some do. Like, if I may dare say, some do. And instead of working on that, he wants to like target his own kid just to get some brownie points off the internet. Wow. Oh yeah, we have seen that happen before. Steve McRae. Steve McRae did a live stream. I think so. Megan was present, and he was talking bullshit about his own kid who traveled. I think so around an hour or so, around midnight, to help him out. And he was talking. He tried to force her to come on camera when they didn't want to, and they left. He was talking shit about them before they came to the house, and then after all, so he started talking shit about her. So yeah, we see that from time to time, parents doing that to their own children, which is so sad. And this guy has 12 children. Holy shit. Whew, no wonder he didn't know what was going on or didn't have understanding of what was going on. You have so many kids. How are you gonna keep up? Seriously. Oh god. Wilson said that in 2020, when she was still a minor at 16, she wanted to start treatment of severe gender dysphoria. Oh, treatment for severe gender dysphoria, my bad, but needed the consent of both parents under California law. That's how it usually happens. And for some reason, people like John Hamill make it sound like it's like really extreme, as if there are no what do you say, controls in place. Sorry, there are no controls in place, around conversion or transition. Um, so what was that? She said that her mother was supportive, but that Musk initially it wasn't. She said she texted him about it for a while. I was trying to do this for months, but he said I had to go meet with him in person. Again, manipulating and controlling your kid. It's just about control with this guy, isn't it? At that point, it was very clear that we both had a very distinct disdain for each other. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. When she eventually went and gave him the medical forms, she said he read them at least twice. Once with her and then again on his own before he signed them. Don't you have a good legal team, dude? Elon, I'm just wondering. Like, you could have gone through those documents with a legal team, but I guess he's just like Steve, they think they know everything. Or Aaron. They think they know everything, so whatever they read through, they know what they figured out. And then they blame other people for their own choices. Yeah, this is happening a lot. Why? Why? Um, um, yeah. RNGD Gaming from the live chat. I think the phrase is douche, quote unquote douche no. Okay. Continuing. He was not by any means tricked. He knew the full side effects, she said. She said she took puberty blockers before she switched to hormone replacement therapy, treatments that she said were life-saving for her and other transgender people. They save lives. Let's not get that twisted. They definitely allowed me to thrive. Yeah, there's also like this like people like John Hamill, right? They're so like I don't know why hyper focused on puberty blockers without knowing the significance of why children go on puberty blockers first and then like it says the transition hormones or the hormone replacement therapy, those two are not same, but for some reason they do interchange that all the time, and the process also that happens due to when you intake them. Very ignorant. So I'm very happy she made that distinction here in her interview. I'm very thankful and happy because people don't seem to understand that one. And I this some generations like obsession with puberty of minor children. It's like, ugh. You're not like not in the way like they want to help them deal with it, right? Especially girls when they start their puberty and their period and stuff. Like they want support and um validation. Not in that way. No, control it all together in such a twisted way. It's so yeah. My head spins sometimes thinking about it. Um, They save lives, let's not get that twisted. She said they definitely allowed me to thrive. She said she believed the requirements to obtain such treatments remain onerous, with teenagers pressured to say they're at extreme risk of self-harm before they will be approved. She said she felt judged by Musk and Peterson in Monday interview for not being at a high enough risk in their eyes. I've been basically put into a point where to a group of people I have to basically prove whether or not I was suicidal or not to warrant medically transitioning. She said, absolutely mind boggling. So, to that, I'll add if you remember when we were reading the Cass report, right? And that lady Cass, she was very emphasizing on, oh, we need to do a lot more psychological, what do you say? What's the word? Psychological evaluation. There's not enough, psychological evaluation, especially amongst minors or, before they start the journey to their transition. And I'm just like, and like, and that's the problem exactly that, Wilson has pointed out. Like, do you really want, like, what? Okay, stop doing that on me. My headset keeps giving up on me for some reason. So yeah, so this is the problem, right? For some reason, it happens with women also. Unless women are dying with pain, they don't get access to certain medical care. And the same thing is with transgender youth. Unless they are saying, "Oh, I am, suicidal, or I might self-harm, or just harm myself," they don't get approval for the healthcare that they need, that is beneficial for them. It's so sad and pathetic. You could come up with stages, and depending on that, you can say, okay, at this stage, this is the kind of, medical assistance that you will need, blah, 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 blah. This is altogether denying, transgender people their identity by telling them that there's psychologically something wrong. And when they do go ahead, it's like falsely pushing them towards other diagnoses. That's what it is. Oh, you're suicidal, so there's something else wrong going with you, not that you're being denied health care, and people are not recognizing and being giving you the decency of recognizing you as a human as you identify yourself as. That's what this whole thing is, and it's really really sad in my opinion. I could be wrong. What's that? Okay, that's uh, all right. So all right, so we finished with that. How about um we take a break 5-minute break? How about that? Yeah, not a 5-minute break, like a minute or two break, and then we'll come back. Does that sound okay? I need to tinkle. I'll be back, guys. Just give me 2 minutes, yeah? Yeah, RNGD, I know. I know. Battery powered um headset. Yeah, it's a wireless battery powered headset, so but it didn't do I don't know why it's doing today. It doesn't usually do that. So I'm just wondering. And it's telling me the battery is quite fine, like it's around 90%. So I don't get it. I don't. Hold on, hold on, give me a sec. Sometimes it tends to do that because this mouthpiece comes off. Because if I move it a lot, sometimes it becomes like, yeah, detached from this end, and then the headset starts doing that. But it's not, yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm asking for it, whatever. So let's start with the Jordan Peterson and Elon Musk interview. I have not watched it before. Some of you might have. So if you have any guiding words for me throughout this interview, I will appreciate them, and we can have a discussion about it. Also, this interview is 2 hours long. I don't think so I will be able to watch all of it. Let's try and see how far we can go in next hour or so because I'm tired. I'm bitching too much about being tired, but yeah, it's been a full week. So yeah, we'll try and see how far we can go. And I'll see if we can speed it up so that we can cover, as much as we can. And yeah, the quality is bad because I downloaded I downloaded it from a Twitter post. So yeah, so please, the audio is fine. It's just a yeah, it's blurry, so just stay with me. Yeah. Um. All right. So let me know if the audio is working or not, so that you know.
So the first thing I'd like to say is that it's ridiculously exciting to be here.
You're most welcome to be here.
This is quite the amazing place, and I've been preparing to talk to you for a long time. So I'm really looking forward to it. You said something that caught me right away when we were discussing various issues just before we started. You said you were up till 4 in the morning.
Is that speed okay for you guys if I do it at 1.5 speed? Is that okay? Or is it too much? I guess it's too much. Um, okay, we'll go back to the regular speed.
Yeah,
So,
actually, a little more like 5 in the morning. But
okay.
we got the XAI data center or supercomputer center training from beginning installation to start of training in 19 days, which is the fastest that anyone has ever gotten a supercomputer to train.
What type of supercomputer is it? I would like to know. I need more details.
And is that in that new building off to the side?
That's in Memphis, actually.
It's in Memphis.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's where you were?
Yeah.
I see.
Memphis,
okay.
the capital of ancient Egypt.
Right. Yeah, you're bringing what?
Perhaps that's where our new God will come from.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding. Yeah, I wish that was funny. Yeah, okay, so I want to talk to you.
It's just forced laughter and like conversation. Oh, RNGD Gaming, faster please. It will turn the muskrat into chipmunk. I can't stand his voice. Okay. Alright. Okay, let's do this. Alrighty, here we go.
About alignment.
That was funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right.
Look, I mean, there are a few things we're aiming for with Grok, the XAI.
Yeah.
That's the name of the AI from XAI is called Grok.
Yeah.
Familiar with
I'm familiar.
So,
I want to ask you about that too.
well, Grok just means to deeply understand something.
Yeah, but it's got that weird background. That's Stranger in a Strange Land, right? Robert Heinlein. That was a favorite book of mine. How old are you?
53.
Yeah, okay. So we're roughly from the same era. I read Heinlein a lot when I was a kid.
The first 2/3 of Stranger in a Strange Land are great. Yes.
What is he saying? He read? I didn't get that. Did he say Strange Land? Is that what he said? Let me know in the live chat. And if you know what it's about, please. I can Google it, but
It's kind of weird in the final third.
Yeah. So why'd you pick Grok?
Well, I think because of the meaning of the word.
Yeah.
To grok something is to understand it at a very deep level.
Yeah.
To really fundamentally understand something, and that's what we're aiming for with our AI. The stated goal of XAI is to understand the universe.
Yeah.
it's too fast for me. Hold on. Can I go 1.25? I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't allow me to go 1.25 for some reason. Why? 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 No, 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 no. I'll have to bring it down back to 1 because I can't understand. Sorry. Sorry. I know you can't stand his voice, but I need to know what they're talking about.
So to really just understand the nature of the universe, and even what questions to ask about the universe.
Yeah.
So that's our goal. I think it's a good goal.
Okay, so let me ask you some specific questions about that. So I played around a lot with large language models. I have
Sure.
some people on my team who built one. Actually, we built one out of my writing that I've been using to help me with my new book. So if I come across biblical passages that I can't understand, I can use that.
Jordan Peterson just like on the side, like he's sneakily admitting that he uses AI for his books and shit. You're not using VLC and using the inbuilt Microsoft. Dude, come on, be nice. Let me see if I have VLC. I don't have VLC, I'm sorry. I could, well, it's offering to install, but I don't want to risk that. What? Don't judge me, please. Listen, I've had a full week, all right? I woke up, Dumb Fact Friday usually happens around 6 a.m. my time. I started at 10. Please give me some, grace. Please. But I know RNGD Gaming doesn't hold back, so I'm asking the wrong person. I will never hear the end of it. I know that.
System to give me a first pass approximation, and it works quite nicely.
Yeah.
I've used Grok quite a lot too, and ChatGPT.
Oh yeah, we're gonna promote Twitter and X here, and all the AI formats. RNGD Gaming from the live chat. Ignore me, I hate Microsoft. Listen, you have very good reasons to not like Microsoft. And I concur with them. I really concur with you on those reasons. It's just that out of necessity, I have to use Microsoft. So yeah. Yeah, casually just like promoting like Grok and ChatGPT. I try to avoid using them. Oh, yeah, as much as I can. I think so. I use yeah. I don't like using because it just takes away that, exercise that you're supposed to do about thinking and putting words on paper yourself. So that's why I don't like yeah, like to use them. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. Crusher, never will you grace.
And I use them as research assistants,
Sure.
and they're
What? Okay. I really hope if you do use them for research, you verify what they give you as sources. If you ask them to do the research for you, or the quality of what the source of the sources presented by those AI softwares, because you cannot you cannot rely on them to give you quality sources. Don't make sure if you're asking, AI to look for sources for you, you verify those sources. Go through them before you decide to use them to, to reference in anything, in any paper or assignment or anything. Yeah.
ChatGPT lies a lot, so you have to keep an eye on it. Well, so I've been thinking.
So Chat GPT, yeah, there are problems, but for some reason there are no problems with Grok. Interesting. I refuse to believe. I think so. Grok has had massive problems, and people are not happy with that thing.
About this
Yeah.
alignment problem, and
Sure.
so
Alignment problem's a big deal.
I got an idea to run by you, and
Sure.
you tell me what you think about this. Well, so there's a golden thread of conversation that constitutes the basis for humanities education, let's say, that's run across centuries, and in principle, that concentrates on ideas that have been winnowed probably through a quasi-evolutionary process across large spans of time.
Yeah.
So you get documents out of that, like the King James Bible, for example.
Sure.
And they're zeroing in on core conceptual structures that we don't even necessarily explicitly understand.
Yeah.
It seems to me that when we take
What structures? What structures don't we explicitly understand? Give me an example. You're just saying bullshit without giving any examples. And Elon is just thinking that, yeah, yeah. I would love to see how he responds to this bullshit. Seriously.
take young people and we give them a genuine humanities education, we solve the alignment problem for them. Now, so the question.
Or make it worse.
No, we are not. We're not, making it well. The education systems are far behind than what the technology is today, and on how the professional employment world behaves and operates today. There's a big gap there. So I don't know what he's talking about. He's a Jungian. Heh.
Well, you do that if it's propagandistic. You can
Yeah.
make it much.
Oh, okay, this is all about like, oh, education. Like we should hear all the sides in education, or else it's propaganda, blah 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 blah. And of course, it's for Musk. Yeah, that's the problem. That's the problem, guys. Yeah, definitely. Crusher from the live chat. Evolution does not equal behavior, Jordan. When will you learn, old man? Yeah, nah, there's more. There's a lot more to that. Titan Uranus from the live chat. He's talking about cosmic unconsciousness, universal archetypes, synchronicity, and metaphorical reality. Yeah, I know what he's talking about, which is kind of impractical in my opinion. Yeah, that's impractical according to me.
Which often is these days.
Yeah, that's pretty much that's exact. Well,
Yeah.
that's also exactly what happens, and inevitably when that unbroken tradition is not transmitted. And so this strikes to something that's very essential, which is, well, what's the difference, let's say, or is there a difference between the Western canon, let's say, and the latest woke nonsense? Now, I've used Grok a lot, and it's not as woke as ChatGPT, but it's.
Yeah.
Define what's woke. Define what's woke. I need to know what's woke. What's the definition of woke? And for some reason, you are blowing a lot of smoke, up Elon's arse. And okay, I hopefully he gives an example like of how he came to the conclusion that Grok is not as woke as ChatGPT. The AI will respond to what you put it in there. what inputs it gets. That's what it's going to give as output, or a permutation or combination of all that. So yeah, and also I define woke for me. What do you mean by woke? So maybe he explains it. Let's listen.
Still woke, like it still deviates in
Sure.
the. So how are you? Can you address that by?
Dude, you're gonna fall off your chair.
It's just a language model at the moment. Let's say if it also understood images, if it also understood
It
behavior.
does. It actually does understand images at this point.
Okay, and is the language model and the image understanding, are they stacked on top of each other? Because I think that's partly how we triangulate psychologically, right? We have an imagination and we have a verbal module,
Yeah.
but those things have to work in sync. And we also have.
It certainly is intended to work in sync. It is intended to be what's called a multimodal model, which means understanding.
Yeah, use people to do your free work to give you input, so that you can train your AI models, right? When the option to like correct like any misinformation on Twitter, right? It's a good tool, but for some reason it's been dumped on the Twitter users to utilize and you know uh, um, um and make use of it. It's dumped on Twitter users. They are not your employees, and they don't get anything in return if they correct misinformation. So yeah, yeah, we know that with all those captcha stuff and Grok and Chat GPT, they are also trying to um track patterns of behaviors amongst people. So we know that. I don't know why Elon is not mentioning that. What is a woke man? Very stupid postmodern psychology with a lot of woo-woo in it, long refuted. Yeah, he's Deepak Chopra of psychology.
Text, images, and video, and audio.
Okay, if it understands video, will it start to understand behavior?
Yeah.
All this data that.
I don't know. That's a big reach. Right, RNGD? That's a big reach to say that if an AI program starts understanding um, content and video, it will start understanding the behavior of the humans involved in that content. I No, no. You will need a lot more to reach that. Yeah, he's the Deepak Chopra of psychology. It's like, ugh. When I hear Deepak Chopra, my brain's like, why do you hate me? Oh God. Ay, 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 ay.
You've collected with your cars. So I've been wondering, I know Tesla's a car company, but when I look at what
Like
you
an
do,
AI
I don't.
company
Yeah, well, exactly.
well.
Yeah, well, maybe more. Like those aren't cars; those are autonomous robots.
Yeah,
Those
they're
things.
robots on four wheels. Autonomous robots
Yeah.
on four wheels, yeah. They just look like a car.
Right.
They're they are autonomous robots on wheels. Dangerous autonomous robots on wheels, where there's no regulation to make sure that they don't kill people or endanger the lives of people. There's nothing to ensure that. Yeah, we know, as I said before, your AI will produce what you give it to work with. And what Elon is not alluding here, there's one more thing to it. It's a data mining tool also. The Tesla, the car, it's a data mining tool also, because if you input where you want to go, what time of the day to achieve, like it will it that there it can predict behavior. Okay, if you when you go in this direction, you're usually going for groceries or to buy things. So it might start suggesting other stuff that you can buy. That's where it comes in. So I don't know why Elon Musk like is just sitting there and just like let Jordan Peterson just go like that. AIs don't understand behavior. They understand patterns. They do, but depending on what the input is, always. And if the input is flawed, they'll make wrong decisions. That's quite, you know, yeah. RNGD gaming, you can't use one in the this heart thingy just keeps coming in. Okay, you can't use one in the UK because it's affecting death trap. Yes, exactly. That's what my biggest concern is. Um, it will become fatal if it's not regulated. I don't know why there are no like stricter regulations around the use of AI or in vehicles.
They're disguised as a car in a
Disguised as a
sense.
car, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. So, what advantage do you have in training Grok, given that you have all this real world data that you've gathered from your automobiles?
We
I
haven't
said
yet applied real-world video from Tesla to Grok yet. So I do want to emphasize XAI is a fairly
what did he say? Huh? Nani?
That you've gathered from your automobiles?
we haven't yet applied real-world video from Tesla to Grok yet.
Okay.
So I do want to emphasize XAI is a fairly new company. It's just a little over a year old. So we really we have a lot of catching up to do to companies relative to companies that have been around for 5 or 10.
Dude, he asked you what's the purpose? Like for example, the AI for your auto, like for Tesla, it has a purpose. It gathers data, some sort of data. We know what type of data. What's the data that Grok is gonna work on, and what's the end point of Grok? You should know that if you brought a product in the market. You just like don't throw shit in the market just to like just work out and just like. I'm quite I know what's the end goal. People know what's the end goal. It's always data gathering and information gathering and all that stuff. But Elon, for some reason, he can't elaborate. Why, dude?
Or 20 years. Um, we're catching up fast. I think with the velocity of improvement of XAI is faster than any other company out there. We just completed we were just able to install and bring online a massive new training center that we, like as I mentioned, we're building in Memphis, and it's from getting hardware installation to it beginning training was only 19 days, and that's
You streamlined a training program, okay, in the shortest time possible. What? RNGD Gaming, help me out here. What's the significance of all this? He asked you what's the purpose of Grok, dude. Am I wrong? He asked if what's the purpose of Grok, and for some reason he can't. What? Am I missing something? Please, live chat, help me out there. Like, nani? Nani?
the fastest by far that anyone's been able to do that. So we're moving quickly, but we
Being fast doesn't mean it's efficient or competent. It's just speed. So yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why it matters that it's fast. Maybe he will tell us. And maybe then he will tell us the purpose of Grok, the end goal.
still catching up. And so if you use
Catching up to who?
well, catching up to say Gemini, ChatGPT, Claude, and the others. So
And how do you feel that Grok?
Is he saying that they like brought online the teaching algorithm for Grok? Is that what they're talking about? I think so. That's what he's talking about, like bringing online a tool that will teach Grok how to process information. Is that what it is? That's the only connection I can see there.
How,
we're catching up fast.
how do you feel that Grok performs, say, in relationship to ChatGPT now?
Well, so the Grok version that's been released is still based.
So yeah, if it's that, so I guess basically what Elon is saying that they have been successfully able to install an online system to educate Grok on how to use information that it gets, like it receives, and that happened in the shortest period of time. My criticism is one, the time period doesn't mean that it's efficient or competent. And number two, again, what's the end goal? I still don't know what's the end goal for your Grok. And and in what terms do you have to catch up with ChatGPT? In terms of like how much data it is? How are you measuring that data? I don't know. There's so many questions. Am I wrong, RNGD? Is it getting too technical from my side? RNGD Gaming, in my opinion, Grok is Musk's next vaporware. What? Like, am I wrong? Like, there's so many questions that are just like, what? Can you help me figure it out? Ay, 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 ay. Okay, uh, it's, are you saying just like vaporware, just like his SpaceX? Oops, something like that. Yeah, I know vaporware. I know, I know. Product. Yes, I know. I know, I know. Just like SpaceX, dude. I'm just saying. Just like throwing, or like you're like the new the truck, a Tesla version of a truck. I think so that he's trying to like get into the market. It's not available yet, so but Karina from the live chat. End goal is taking over the world. Of course. Of course. Of course, always. Um Titan Uranus agreed it'll be an all hype pump and dump of a perfectly ordinary product. We have similar products, and so what does how does how is Grok unique from other products like ChatGPT and all? I and I will ask the same question. In what terms Grok has to catch up with ChatGPT? If it's data, how you're measuring that? I would love to know. What are your standards and your guidelines? Um, there we go.
It's on Grok 1 version 1 training.
Yeah.
We've made several improvements, so it's sort of called Grok 1.5. But the foundation model of, of Grok is still an order of magnitude weaker than ChatGPT.
So all the good talent is not on your team. Gotcha, 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 gotcha.
Oh yes.
So
Okay.
it's doing quite well given that order of magnitude difference.
And this new system, how powerful is it compared, let's say, to ChatGPT?
I would like to know, yeah, what do you mean by powerful? Again, holy shit.
Well, so Grok 2 actually finished training. Now, Grok 2 was training with we call it roughly 15,000 GPUs, and they're H100. So Grok 2 finished training about a month ago. We're doing what's called fine tuning, fixing bugs and whatnot. So we'll release Grok 2, which will be should be on par with or close to a GPT-4,
Okay.
and that's hopefully we release that next month. Then what we're doing in the Memphis data center is we're actually training Grok 3. So
your Grok basic one is like weak. You have already dropped Grok 2, and you're just like now holding Grok 3 in the air, or this is coming. In what way have you trained your? How is the training that you've imparted to your like AI different from the generic training that goes through any AI? I'd love to know that. It's really vague. It's a very vague. It's a specifically vague, like like Chesh likes to say. So yeah.
that'll probably finish training in about 3 or 4 months, and then there'll be some fine tuning and bug fixing and whatnot. And we're hoping to release Grok 3 by December, and Grok 3 should be the most powerful AI in the world at that point.
So my sense with ChatGPT, like I've worked with lots of undergraduates and graduate students, so my sense.
Are you working with graduates and undergraduates? Why? You don't have your license anymore. You're not a professor, if I'm not wrong. You're just a dude on internet now. Like all the graduates and postgraduates out there, please don't. Don't. He's not worth it. Rely on your own fucking, professors and stuff at the university who know what the fuck they're doing and qualified to do when you to know. Holy shit. 3 or 4 months, so 10 years RNGT gaming from the live chat. Yes. Let's see. For me, it's like if they're competing with ChatGPT, they are way behind. But in what way? I even in my opinion, in even in the amount of data they have. What the data is, I don't know. But even in like the amount of data that Grok has, it has Twitter. There are a lot of people on Twitter, and they might use Grok. They might be using Grok. But yeah, because what Elon has done now is he has removed the restrictions, you know, that would protect quote unquote the woke crowd, or protected minorities and all that stuff, and filter out misinformation. He has removed those restrictions, so his Grok receiving all that data is going to be very, very fallacious. It will be wrong. You know what I mean? There's a lot of misinformation now on Twitter in the name of freedom of speech. So yeah, and how will you get Grok to differentiate between that? I still don't know. There's so many questions. I don't get it. Am I asking the right questions or did I know? I don't know.
With ChatGPT is if you can corner it into behaving properly, that you kind of have something approximating a team of.
Hold on a minute. What? Corner it. Hold on a minute. What the fuck?
To release Grok 3 by December, and Grok 3 should be the most powerful AI in the world at that point.
So my sense with ChatGPT, like I've worked with lots of undergraduates and graduate students, so my sense with ChatGPT is if you can corner it into behaving properly, that you kind of have something approximating a team of, I would say, master's degree level intelligence and something like that. What do you envision for this new?
Intelligence is very different from knowledge, in my opinion. I think so. What maybe Jordan means here is in terms of like acquiring knowledge. I think so. That's what he means. How he how he came to that conclusion, the master's degree level, what yeah, what how did he do that? What were the standards? What were the points he used to say come to the conclusion to say that yeah, around master's level? It's a stupidity singularity. Yes, it is. It's a lot of promotional shit that's happening here. Oh, by the way, Twitter recently just automatically put in a check mark where if you put stuff in Grok, uh, they have the right to use that information or knowledge, piece of knowledge or information to train their AI. If you don't want to, you can go in your privacy settings, if I'm not wrong, somewhere there, and you can uncheck it. They automatically release that, and I don't know why they did that. Hold on. Can I? Hold on. Can I show you guys where it is? Um, security. Was it security? Which section? Like, let me just show you how to access that. Uh, no. Advertising, developers, da 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 da. Um, privacy. I think that's where it is. Content you see. Um, hold on. Data sharing. Yeah. So it's under you go settings, and then you go under privacy and safety, and then you go to data sharing with business partners, and it says allow sharing of additional information with to X's business partners. Allow additional information. Oh yeah, always shares information with business partners at blah blah blah. So yeah, you should go in there. That's one. I thought it was for Grok also, if I'm not wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, so it is. So under the same section, if you go under for Grok, it says data sharing. Allow your post as well as your interaction inputs and results with Grok to be used for training and fine tuning. It's by default, it's checked. for some reason. You have to go in there and uncheck it if you want Grok to stay out of your fucking business. I would advise you to do that. I did that. I've already done that. That's a pain in the ass for a boomer to do. I think so. That's what Elon is relying on, that people will not bother with it. People should bother with it. Because after data gathering comes data manipulation and how you utilize that data. So yeah, people are working for free for Elon on Twitter already by correcting misinformation, that community correction and stuff. Don't want people to do further work for him for free. So yeah, um, just a little piece of information. Alex Markle, I mean they should just leave for that shit. Um, I know that I have an account on Blue Sky. I know a lot of you guys also are moving to Blue Sky. It's just that that level of interaction and knowledge sharing, information sharing is not on Blue Sky at the moment. But that's another alternate platform. It's just like Twitter. So yeah, Titan Uranus. I'm a boomer. Oh, okay. um, so yeah, uh, there are other platforms. It's about like, yeah, start utilizing them more. Do not use Instagram threads. It's bullshit. I hate it. It's so tedious in my opinion.
Well, let's say the new Grok 3, and then you talked about delving deeper into the structure of the universe, let's say, to answer fundamental questions like, and you are a remarkably forward-looking person. So what the hell do you think you're building with these AI systems? Like, what is this?
Well, I think really what all the AI companies are aiming to.
This is the second time he's repeating this question for him in another set of words. So yeah.
Build is digital superintelligence. So intelligence that's far smarter than any human.
Yeah.
And then ultimately an intelligence that is far smarter than all humans combined. That's now one can say, like, is this a wise thing to do? Isn't this dangerous? Well, unfortunately, whether we think that or not, it is being done.
What do you mean by intelligence? For different humans, there's different versions of intelligence. Super intelligent, AI. Okay. How are you going to measure that? I don't get it. Alex Markle from the live chat. Elon, humanity on average is smarter than you. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. So yeah, my question is, how are you going to what standards are you going to use to decide that, yeah, yes, this is the super intelligent computer or AI, sorry. It's still that question, and I still don't know. It still doesn't tell us like what's the end goal. Okay, you got an intelligent robot. Gotcha. Okay. What's the next thing? What do you want to do with that robot? What are you planning to do? That's the thing. That's what poor Jordan is asking, and Elon is just like dancing around that question for some reason. Oh god. Oh, sorry. Wrong.
So
yeah.
Really, from my standpoint, from the XAI team standpoint, we have the choice of being a spectator or a participant.
Yeah, but that's life, man.
Yeah, be a spectator or a.
Okay. He's not answering the question. Answer the fucking question, dude. Now I get it how Chesh feels when she's covering Jordan Peterson and Elon Musk. She did this on purpose. She wanted me tortured because then she said that you should cover this, and I'm doing this, and this is ridiculous. And it's not only like not even 10 minutes. Lord help me.
Participant, and
RNGD Gaming. Intelligence and wisdom are two completely different things. Yes, and also their intelligence is different for different individuals, isn't it? So define intelligence for me. We know the meaning of word intelligence, but in case of when you're data gathering, right? What do you mean by that intelligence? What do you define in those terms? What intelligence is? That's what I want to know. It's very cool, superhuman intelligence, blah blah blah. It sounds very cool, dude. But what is it? And you're still not answering the fucking question. Answer the question, my man.
I think if we're a participant, we've got a better chance, hopefully, of steering AI in a direction that is beneficial to humanity.
So okay, so
how will it be beneficial to humanity? What's the fucking end goal? Can you answer that fucking question? You're taking my data and the way I think and my knowledge for free, and you're utilizing it to train your fucking AI. What's the fucking end goal? And will I have access to that, whatever product that comes out of that? Let's say humanity. Holy shit, this is to make money. We know that. He knows that. He doesn't want to, say it out loud. He doesn't want to say the, quiet part out loud. We know that. Yeah, RNGD Gaming, we know that. He's not saying the quiet part loud because then people will be like, seriously, dude. Okay. That's what all the AIs do. The Chat GPT, that's what the end goal is to make money. Be honest about it, dude.
why do you trust yourself on that front? Just out of, I mean, that's an important question, right?
I don't trust myself entirely.
Good. Well, that's, yes, fair enough. Okay.
Yeah.
But you're in an ethical conundrum, right?
Yes, there's an ethical conundrum.
Right, because you said, well, this is happening. Now, the excuse that something is happening is not a rationale for participating in it, but then your next take is, well, we have the chance to do this properly, let's say, as opposed.
So he's basically holding everyone hostage. He's saying if you don't volunteer to participate, whatever comes out as a consequence of that is your fault. That's what he's saying by what he means by saying being a spectator and a participant. He's trying to hold us hostage. He's like, look, I'm doing this for humanity, and if you don't participate, then this thing will be shit and humanity is doomed. I forget how Jordan Peterson is going about this. Yes, there is that ethical, problem there. And you're holding everyone hostage. I have a problem with that. I have a big problem with that. All right.
Better.
Okay.
Just pull it. I mean, I think we just, from a moral standpoint, we really just need to think that maybe we've got a chance of it being better to some degree than what others are doing, and we.
In what way? How are you going to assure that? In what way? What do you mean by better? Again, this whole vague talk. Give me something. Something. Ah!
We'll strive to avoid some of the pitfalls or directions that the others are going in, because the others, from what I've seen, do not strive for truth.
What do they strive for?
They strive for, well, they strive to give an answer, but they.
You are already biased, Elon. You say people are woke and you don't like woke people and you try to filter those woke people out. That bias will flow into Grok because you own Twitter. So it's not going to be better than other counterparts. It may become worse, actually. And what truth are you talking about? Because we know that you are so fallible when it comes to the truth. You're fallacious. You don't care about correcting misinformation. It's just about woke stuff. So you're already biased, and because of that, your AI is not going to be better. It's going to be far off worse, in my opinion. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, he's talking about manipulating public's opinion. Yes, that's what I said. What happens after data back gathering? Data manipulation. And in turn, you manipulate people. And I think there's an earthquake here. Oh no, it's not. It's just a train. No, it's not. It's not. It's not an earthquake. Okay, cool. So, yeah. Uh, vague. Just like throwing in, if someone has to really sit down and go through it to like extract what's actually going on here. I don't think so people have time for that nowadays. So yeah.
They are, I think, trained to be politically correct.
Oh.
And
What's the standard for that, Elon? It's so wow. Politically correct. Not like factually correct? What do you mean by politically correct? I don't get it. Huh? So you're using it as a manipulative tool. You're gonna use it. Or you're using it already. Alex Markle from the RNGD Gaming. Training AI off Twitter is the worst idea in the history of bad ideas. Yes. As I said, yes. Alex Markle from the live chat. Dude doesn't have an iota of consistency. If he doesn't like something when it affects him, he does something about it, but does fuck all when it affects someone else. Yeah, you're right about that too. And that's what I'm saying. That bias will flow through to Grok, and Grok will be a sad boy because he's full of stupid misinformation. And I still don't get it what he means by politically correct. I would love that. I would love to know what the fuck he means by that.
the woke mind virus is woven in throughout them.
Define woke. Please define woke. Please.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen that.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
Definitely. You know, my students used to ask me because I've been teaching what I've been teaching for about 40 years, and one of the questions they used to ask me is how I knew that what I was teaching wasn't just another ideology, right? Because the postmodern take is, well, all it is a plethora of power games, and so there's no rank ordering approaches to the truth in terms of their ethical suitability, but that's not the game that you're
ethical suitability
playing. And as
right.
far
and
as
I
the questions
sorry,
are,
I need to listen to that again.
I think trained to be politically correct. And the woke mind virus is woven in throughout them.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've seen that.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely.
How? Give me a example. How? Is this...
Definitely. You know, my students used to ask me
Oh, you used to ask him. Okay, thank God. Whew. Okay. I was just like, is he still interacting with students? Okay, good.
I've been teaching what I've been teaching for about 40 years, and one of the questions they used to ask me is how I knew that what I was teaching wasn't just another ideology, right? Because the postmodern take is, well, all it is
it's ideology, but okay, whatever.
Is a plethora of power games, and so there's no rank ordering approaches to the truth in terms of their ethical suitability, but that's not the game that you're playing. And
so he said that, you know, his students asked the question that what he is teaching is not influenced by ideology. Some things are that you teach are influenced by ideology, or were influenced by ideology in history, right? But then he says that Elon is not doing that. How is he not doing that? He says he wants everything to be politically correct. What? He's already biased here. What do you mean that he's not doing that?
They would not agree with that philosophy.
Why not?
The sort of moral relativism.
What's convinced you that that's not a useful way of approaching things?
Well, I think you can look at a given belief system and critique it as being likely to enhance or decrease enlightenment. Well, any given belief system improve our understanding of the universe? Will we learn more things? Will we achieve a deeper understanding of physics? And
What? Is he being a science denier now? I am done, man. This is, oh God, no. I'm not torturing myself more. What? 12 minutes. Fuck me life. Fuck me life. I'm gonna just Tesh, I'm not doing this alone. You have to be with me because this is ridiculous. I'm gonna note down the timestamp, but this is 12 minutes 14 seconds. Like, huh? Nani? What the fuck? It's like RNGD said from the live chat. It's just a circle jerk. That's what it is. Baka. Holy shit. Maybe maybe next time maybe I'll talk to Shesh and we'll get out the whole segment around where he spoke about his daughter and cover that. But this time, this is just promotion for Grok and trying to assure viewers, oh no, no, you don't have to worry about Grok. It's fine. It's a good thing for humanity. While sneaking in, the points like, oh, it's going to be biased because I am biased. And then being a science denier for some reason, I was like, what? Yeah, cheeky. Holy shit. And this guy's in charge of companies like SpaceX and all. Whew. Good God, it shouldn't be this easy to Uno reverse all of his talking points. Yeah, right? I'm a fucking nobody. I'm just sitting there. I'm just like, huh? Sir? Sir? Oh God. Holy shit, man. What? This guy is an absent father in his kids' lives. A manipulative piece of shit. We know that from this interview. Greedy to the core. Ugh. God. Antithetical to enlightenment, Elon. Capitalism is antithetical to enlightenment, Elon. Yeah, because it's funny. Like, something happened. Like, I will bring up something really different, like out of the fucking world thing, if I might dare say. There's a kid on YouTube. They want to become. They have a history of being trained in classical dances, right? And they wanted to come out as a singer. They wanted to further their career. And when the single came out, it didn't receive the song wasn't received well because one copied and yeah, not executed at all well. So there were issues. And for some reason that kid was oblivious to all that what issues could arise from their song, or what they say about that song, or how they respond to interviews about that song and stuff. They said a lot of shady shit and everybody was like, that's not true. So what happens is, Elon, when you have the means to like create another reality around yourself, you are set up for failure. Steve did the same thing. He walked away from people who used to call him out, and he surrounded himself with yes men. And look where he is. He's in court. All right? It yeah. You can create a new environment around you that validates everything you say. This interview is a very good example. On that note, on that note, how about we stop here because my brain is like cursing me now. And I haven't slept like cool. And let me see if you know um yeah. So I think so. I'll finish here today. So because it's like, what's the point of like going further when we know that it's going to be vague, it's going to be full of bias and full of manipulation. and like full of too much complexity when none needed. You know what I mean? It's like, huh? So, yeah. Um,
Hello.
Welcome back
oh,
to
sorry,
DFF
my bad,
Friday.
my bad, my bad.
Don't forget the
Sorry. I'm all over the place today. I'm all over the place. Sorry. Just got here. What did I miss? Elon is a manipulative piece of shit, and Jordan Peterson throws blows smoke up his arse. That's what you missed, and that he dragged his child into limelight to weaponize them around transgender issues. Good summary, I think. Yeah, I know. Whoops. I'm all over the place, man. I'm really tired, but I still wanted to do this because yeah, didn't want to miss Dumpec Friday. um, yeah, I thought I set it up properly. I did not. There's something wrong with it anyway. And usually Chesh is responsible for all of it, so I don't have to like do test runs and stuff. So yeah, I get away with it when Chesh is around. But I think so for next time, if I'm going to do it individually on my own, I need to really make sure that the setup works. So yeah, sorry. Alex Markle from the live chat. Alternate headline: Brain damaged man strokes ego of brainlet. Lobster Lars from the live chat. Oh, is this about Elon Musk lying on Twitter about his relationship with his daughter? Yeah, yeah. Someone who wanted to remain a private citizen, but then because of her father's action, got dragged into limelight, and uh, yeah, it's sad. It's sad for the daughter. It's pathetic for Elon to do that, to weaponize your own kids. Um, okay, cool. So, I'll head out. Thank you for bearing with me. Hopefully Chesh doesn't kill me when she comes back with the whole production part of the of this whole live. I really, really hope. Um, yeah. So yeah. Okay. If you have any questions, just let me know. Maybe for another 5 minutes, I'll stay. So just let me know if you have any questions that you would like to ask, or else I'll call it a day. This interview is so like stupid, in my opinion. Lobster Laws from the live chat. Some parents would literally rather have their children be dead and cis than alive and trans. I don't know what to make of that. It's there's a lot of things going on. There's a fear of unknown, but there is also the aspect of control. Like parents think they are owed something from their children just because they birthed them, you know? So yeah, that I think so we need to like work on that mindset to expect children to like expect from children certain things. You know what I mean? Um, that's why I believe not everyone deserves to be a parent. And this motherfucker has 12 kids, and he's wondering why he's not there when some really important decisions are made in their lives. Yeah. So it's yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Um, yeah. But thanks for that article though. Thank you for that article. I really appreciate it. Um, because it kind of shows insight into his like mindset. He I don't know if he lies on purpose. I think so he lies on purpose, in my opinion. Or like to twist the facts. So yeah, to like again create an environment that validates him around him and doesn't care that it affects his children. So yeah. Oh my God. Excuse me. Excuse me. Ooh. Oh. Okay. Sorry. Um. So yeah. It's yeah. Okay. Cool. Thank you everyone for coming to Dumpback Friday. Bearing with me, and Chesh, I'm sorry with all the just intro and stuff. I tried. I tried. Okay. Don't kill me. Okay. Please. All right. Cool. All right, everyone. Have a good oncoming weekend. I'm already in weekend, but I'm majority of you are going into the weekend if I'm not wrong. And yeah, have a good day, everyone. And I'm out. Hopefully, I can play this outro now. Please work. Please work. Please work. Here we go.
Hello.
Welcome back to Don't Back Friday.
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 Hello.
Welcome back to Don't Back Friday.